I don't want to be sitting at night chasing you up. It's a running race. This whole game is a running race. Everything about it is. So this journey is not for everyone. So Jackson's in my car today. So I want to get back to number one.
And celebration. The match.
It's going to take a bit of work. So we've got a couple of new team members as well. So I'm going to bring everyone along on the journey, show them what it's going to take. I reckon it will take 2 years. And part of the reason I want to document it is because it's not freaking easy. Very good agents out there. Oh, Dara's nearly smashed into us. There's Jackson's new house.
Everyone can come rob me. They know where I live now.
House for Jackson. Just bought that the other day. So we move in when?
I think the first week of October. I think.
Yeah, that's it.
I think so. Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exciting. Nervous.
Imagine all the mischief you get up to now without me looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes.
I think my mischievous days are over.
Yeah, we'll see. So what's it going to take to get first? Why do we want to get back to number one? Just because you've got to have something to shoot for that's driving you. When you don't, you get becomes a bit numbers wise. We've probably got to do an increase. We want to list and sell 20 a month, every month. It's gone down from there, so we're probably somewhere between 10 and 15 a month every month at the moment. We've had a couple of average months the last 2 months, which is very unusual for us. So this is our first team meeting. Part of it is we're going to have a team meeting every day at 9 o'clock. Because we've got a couple of new people, we've got to guide them, share the energy with them. Whitney's moved over from New Zealand. So look, there's going to be lots of bumps along the way, lots of things. We'll try and record almost all of it if we can. You're going to be busy, Jackson.
I know.
Bit of stuff with me, stuff with Jordan, Trev, and you'll see the growth that happens. But it all comes down to market share, marketing, drive, all of that. Communication, togetherness. Yeah, there's a lot.
Is it nerve-wracking? Like going from a number one spot and working so hard, then having to work your way back up the ladder, or do you find that exciting?
No, I like it. It's when you're number one, you're up there and it's more about holding it, and then you people don't hold it forever. And I could quite easily just go, nah, I'm gonna cruise at here. But it's not as like exciting. The energy's not the same. When you're building something, I think that's the most exciting part I've learned, Jacko. When you achieve it, yeah, it's got, yes, I've achieved it, but then it's like, okay, what next? I reckon I lost a bit of motivation after being number one for a few years. And let me clarify it. Number one is not just me. Number one is my team. It's not just me. I just happen to be the oldest. He's an owner now. Morning.
Matty, good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
How are you, all right?
Really good. I'll do it.
Thanks, Matt. What are you up to today?
I was in the middle of recording a video, but I answered your call.
Oh, Matt, I'm sorry.
No, not at all. That's what I'm doing at the moment.
You know you got to just put on an aeroplane mode when you're doing a video.
I know, but it's you. It doesn't matter.
Oh, naughty boy. I'm so sorry. Well,
see you, bud.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Calling Ash Roberts home.
Hi.
Hi.
Could you please send an email to confirming that marketing has all been locked in as per the timeline? Property will launch early September.
I've got it.
Thanks.
I'll do that now.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Sometimes having a team is difficult because you've got a lot of people that are running around doing a lot of things, but you've got to have one common goal. And that's the bit that I'm got to work on next. Trev and I and Jordan and Ash have all worked together for a long time, and Lisa, and we've all worked together for a long time, and with a couple of new people it can throw it out a little bit because they've got to get in sync with you. So anyway, that's the next steps on the journey to number one.
Excited?
Your shoes. They're very cheap ones, but they're comfortable.
Aqualia?
Aquila. So everyone, we're going to document the whole way the road back to number one. I guess getting back to number one is just really a focus. It's nothing more than like you got to have something to shoot for. It will take us 2 years, I reckon. But what do you think's required in that? Do we need more listings?
I just reckon a clear vision. Clear vision, and then you got to chunk it down to like daily actions. Yeah,
It does. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's a daily thing.
yeah.
Because the result down there is just a reflection of exactly what Trev said. It's like when Trev started, he was having such a difficult time. Remember when you just couldn't work it out, and you said, I said, just do this, and he followed exactly like your mum did. Followed exactly the steps that I did. It's not that I'm anyone different. I just had steps, but I was really good at the days, not the planning. I've never really had a plan apart from do this, and that's what you'll get. Like with anything. I'm really, the goal over here is who cares in a way, because when you achieve something, what happens the very next day?
Get over it.
What next?
You got to start again.
It's just the way you are. What next? Do it again, not do it again. I just like having it as a marker because it's like a reflection. What you did today, Luke, will be seen in the next 3 to 6 months. And then what we collectively did over this year will be seen the following year because momentum builds. So that's the part I really want to focus on. I don't want to be sitting at night chasing you up. I'm not overly interested how you spent your days. All I want is what Trev said. I just want the stuff done. You know, I wouldn't really know what most people did. I'm always ringing people to see because I'm feeling the energy. When I ring Jordan, I get a bit of energy return. You know, so if I just drove around all day and just did my thing, I'm disconnected from you guys. So when I'm ringing and texting and saying this and this, for a start, some of you don't even know how to progress. It's like you're only up to where you're up to. But there's a whole lot of wealth and knowledge, well, not wealth, but like knowledge in this area that we can share with you to say, how did Jordan get from where he is to today? What did he learn along the way? That can save you 3 years. So this journey is not for everyone. It all sounds good. Like work with Matt. Like you're saying, I just want to work with Matt. Well, I'm never here. So we're not really working together. It's like, but you've got to have this thing like Trev's saying, driving you inside. Be a contributor for the team. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like an independent thing, but together thing.
You got to have your bigger vision, mate. Like,
Yeah.
I had a
I want to
bigger.
help the team. That's the whole.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
But even saying that, like my bigger vision was selfish. Like for him, I used him to get to where I wanted to be. I said, "Who's the guy that sells?"
Jordan's still using and abusing me.
Yeah. It's like, mate,
I'll never forget. He came out to dinner one night. And we're sitting around a table with all my friends, and and Jordan said, "I just need to hang around you, and I get all these connections."
But I am loyal.
And I'm like going, "I don't want to go to dinner."
But that's smart. But it's got to drive. That's why Jordan hangs around, and he'll keep hanging around.
But it's
That's
true. Jordan will accelerate your career by 3 or 4 years. Just do what he does. Learn all those lessons. Listen and then execute. Same as with wits, exactly the same. But you've got to have the resolve to go, where am I going to get 3 buyer appointments today? Like you've got to have this marker. When I come to work every day, those numbers that I sent you, there is no plan. I've not calculated anything. But I can tell you, those numbers that I sent this team will be exactly what we need to get to where we get to. I can tell you. I don't know how you measure it, but it's like if we just stuck to those numbers, I'll promise you we'll be number 1 every day. So the day that we don't hit them, what happens?
You go backwards.
You go backwards. So we're moving forward or backwards. So when I'm like going on about prospecting every day, like I don't want to, but I'm saying, are we moving forward or are we moving back? If I go to the gym and just sit in the chair in there and don't do anything about it, or get on and do it half-hearted, I haven't really gone forward. I've stayed the same or gone backwards. And that's how I see it. So when I'm in the gym up there by myself and I'm grunting and like all this sort of stuff, I'm just doing it for me. You know, I know in my heart, today I did hamstrings yesterday, I'm like, I don't feel anything there today. So I mustn't have pushed myself hard enough, not even nothing. I'm like, did I really push myself hard enough? Really? So I'm not going to do that again. You got to have that internal measurement to say, are you really invested in this thing at all cost? Are you invested to listen enough? You know, and not list. We're going to have an out of area monitor now. We're not listing stuff unless we all agree. Because I can't have you away for 3 months. I need you. You understand? Did you really push yourself hard enough with prospecting today? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Yeah. Did you? Did you really get some of these buyers and wrestle them into an inspection? We talked about it the other day. Sometimes buyers don't even know what they want. They buy the most random properties, but you've got to get them in front of them. I say to people all the time, you won't know if you want it or not until you stand in it. That's it. I think we've got to have that mentality a little bit. We have to be street smart. We can't just be sitting. That's why I said, I love the story of the #1 Star Partners office many, many years ago. Star Partners was a brand, and I think it was at Liverpool. The owner took all of the desks out of the office and he had 2 desks in the middle. That's all he had. They were hot desks. You can come in, you can use it, but he said, everyone's out of the office. You're not making money or you're not getting deals done unless you're out of the office. That's the way he saw it. So no one was allowed to sit in the office. Great concept. They were the #1. Yeah. So between these hours, we shouldn't be sitting here doing emails and stuff. We just shouldn't. We should be out with people. So is out with people a forward movement or a backward movement? Forward. So I think some tasks are maintaining, some tasks are forward, and some tasks are backwards, or not doing the task is backwards. What's a maintaining task? Calling an owner. Exactly. And what else?
Getting back to inquiries.
Yeah, doing an email. Yeah. Sending a text message. Yeah. I reckon we need to measure ourselves. How many people we're actually in front of today? I think a price reduction is a forward movement, moving them a bit closer to a sale. A vendor meeting that was like worthwhile, that's moving them forward. I probably need to brush up on that area a little bit. Be in front of them more and quicker sometimes. I think that's what we need to do. Whereas, so if you add those up, the buyer side of it suffers, as you can see, because we're a strong listing team. Really strong listing team. So you two need to be amazing at buyer inquiry, like buyer appointments. It's almost like you need to do 10 between yourselves every day.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be great. And then we add to that. If Trev does one, you can see by our numbers, I did one. It looks like I did nothing for the day, but I'm talking to this person over here and putting this deal together over here and whatever else. So you guys did 10 between you, and Jordan did one, and I did one, and Trev did one. That's 13.
It's 2 sales.
How many buyer appointments does it take to sell one house? 7. So if we did 13 buyer appointments a day, we'd sell a house every second day. No, 2 houses.
2 houses a day.
Two houses. No, 13, 14. Yeah. 1 sale a day.
1.9 sales a day.
Yes. Yes.
But even if you guys did 10 and we focus on prospecting and doing that, there's a sale a day there.
Yeah.
So there's 5 a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's 20 a month.
20.
It's literally that simple. So the mornings are chunked out to push the appointments. And like I said to you, the deeper those conversations, the easier it is to convince someone to buy something. And that's what Matt's done over time, and that's what I do, is I'm talking to these guys after hours, all the time. The hot ones I'm talking to every day. The other ones you're chipping every second day. And you earn the right to actually influence them. Like they will listen to you when you put something in front of them that's not even what they're thinking of buying, but they'll listen to you because you've spent the time with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really want to get it to a point that Jordan's listing something and you're like salivating. How soon can I get in? How soon can I get in? I know you guys are new, so I'm not delusional around that. But I think also you've got to have a bit of hustle and hunger. Like one buyer that you've got who can buy something today, just literally just overload them with love.
Yeah.
Talk to them every day. My top 5 or 10 buyers I used to talk to every day. Got nothing for you today. I'm on it. Jordan's just listed something. I'm going to go check it out. I'll just be talking to them all the time. And that was part of my like connects for the day, because those ones will literally jump on anything that's remotely them before everybody else.
And you need to educate them that you can find them something with anyone else. So they don't go to anybody else, they'll stay with you.
Yeah. Send them other agents' listings. I mean, James Tostovan used to talk about that at seminars.
Keep them with you.
Hookers have just listed this one. I'm going to go for a drive past. If they're in Sydney, Hookers have just listed this one. I'm going to go for a drive past. I'll let you know what it looks like from the outside, or something like that. Things like that. But you've got to be a bit creative in your mind. It's a running race. This whole game is a running race. Everything about it is. That's why we've got to feel good. We've got to perform at optimum. We've got to be really connected. A lot of energy when it's connected. You can feel it, If you walk into a nightclub and there's 300 people, like Trev used to be in his hot pants, going, yay, like the energy's electric. But if you walk in there, it's real quiet and like that. We don't want that. We want to be pumping that hard every day. It's like the stock exchange. You become like who you hang around. That's the most truest saying in the world. I've said it to these kids their whole life. You become like who you hang around. So if Trev's high performing, what are we going to become? Jordan's high performing, what are we going to become? Exactly right. I want to be a part of that. I want to be the best team in Australia. But that's only an energy thing first. Like you can plan all you want, but unless you're executing the thing, it means nothing. I want to fill these charts up. I want to be putting so many off-market sales together and making every client super happy. That was easy. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Because
the anxiety goes then too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The deals is getting done. You're not managing people. You're not maintaining feeling every day.
Yeah.
Which compounds every day.
Yeah.
For all of us. That's why you would have felt anxious all last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Our service levels need to be phenomenal. We provide good service, but it's just I want it to be part of our brand, a part of our ethos, of just how we are, what we do, bend over backwards for people, that sort of stuff. Out of the office. I want to not be able to get you on the phone because you're with people all the time. That's where we need to go. Yeah? Said it in the beginning. Becoming number one is not easy. It's not for everyone. But I think this team has what it takes, and it's very doable.